right now. You had a good speech. I feel sometimes I've been bullied by some of these politicians. I think some of the politicians have been bullying the people for years. My name is Preston Brown. I'm running against, thank you. I'm running to be the next term for the 16th District. And Mr. Henry Marsh is here. We'd like to say thank you for all the work you've done over the years. He's been a fighter for 40-something years. And we appreciate him for everything he did. But it comes a time when we have to make changes. And that time is now. People in our community are stressed out. They're upset. They are mad. There are problems everywhere. Not only in who you want to love. I think you should have the freedom to love anybody you want. Be with anybody you want. My parents told me years ago, if somebody you don't like, don't go around them. Stay away from them. So if you can't see a man, if you can't stand to see a man marry a man, you can't stand to see a woman marry a woman, don't go to the wedding. But in the 16th District, we got a problem with jobs. We need jobs in our community. We need to look out for our senior citizens. We need to look out for our veterans. And when a person go to prison and pay his debt back to society, he's supposed to get his voting rights back. He paid his debt. How long do you have to pay your debt back? And I think not only should we give them their voting rights back, we should go one step further. We should take the word, well, the sentence, have you ever been convicted of a felon? We need to take it off the initial application and put it on the personal interview part of a job. Because a lot of times the doors are closed from the application without getting a chance to sit at the table and talk to a person and look them in the eye and say, well, you've been a felon, what happened? Tell me what happened. Have you changed? And a lot of times the doors are locked because they look at a paper and it says, have you ever been convicted of a felon? You say yes, and you can't get in the door. We need to open up the door for our community. We need to open up the door for the people. Sure, we have plenty of problems in our community. Sure, we have people who have been in the General Assembly and stuff for years, and the problems are not being solved. I'm running as an independent. Democrats don't like Republicans. Republicans don't like Democrats. And when you hate, you can't communicate. I want to be the senator that can communicate with the Republicans and the Democrats. Sure, you got 22 Democrats there, 18 Republicans, and some seats might change. But with an independent, sometimes the independent may have the controlling vote. And who would do more for a community than someone who can sit at the table with everybody? And that's our problem. We rely on a party. If you're not in the party, they mistreat you. If you're in the wrong party, they mistreat you. I've been voting Democratic. I've helped work on Democratic campaign. Most of them won't even speak to me now in public. They'll call me on the phone or talk to me if I'm by myself. But if I'm in a, like in here, they won't speak to me. Because if another Democrat see them speaking to me, then they will be bullied. Bullied. And that's what a lot of politicians have done over the years. Have bullied people to vote what they don't want to vote. Right now we got an issue on the table. Nobody's speaking up. Dominion Power is ready to raise your rates. Your light bills are going up in January. They put a request in the State Corporation Commission after the General Assembly already froze the rate increase till 2013. Why is nobody speaking up? I hate to say it, but they donate to all the candidates. Big money. Marsh himself got $30,000 from Dominion Power. Is he going to speak up and say, don't raise the rates? In an economy that's downhill and you want to raise the rates? Hey, you crazy. You need somebody who's not afraid to stand up to the big boys. See, I'm going to represent the needy and not the greedy. We need jobs. We need help in our community. We got a Section 3 program that was passed in 1968 by President Lyndon Johnson. And they don't even follow that. And that guaranteed jobs for low-income people, minorities, and women. Since 1968, nobody is speaking up. Sure, they'll come to your meeting and tell you lies. And get there and do the opposite. 5 minutes? Good. I'm ready to go to Hopewell. I have a meeting in Hopewell I got to go, but before I go, when integration set in the 60s, this reminds me of a story. Back then they called him colored. This colored man got a job in this all-white firm. And the security guard said, I don't think you should hire that man because he's colored. Colored people got a reputation of stealing. But the president of the company said, no, I want to give that man a chance. So the security guard wanted to set out to prove that colored people steal. So the first night, the guy come out there rolling his wheelbarrow. He said, hold it. What you got in that wheelbarrow? He said, no, but an empty wheelbarrow. He's gone. The next night, the security guard caught him coming out again. What you got in that wheelbarrow, boy? He said, nothing but an empty wheelbarrow, sir. He said, go ahead. And that went on for about a week. Then that Friday came and he said, I know you're stealing because colored people steal. He said, I got to know what you're doing because it's eating me up. I can't sleep at night. Tell me what you're stealing and I promise you, you won't lose your job. Just don't do it no more. And the guy said, well, you promise you won't fire me? He said, yeah. He said, I'm stealing wheelbarrows. So what I'm saying to you is a lot of time, it's there for us and we can't even see it. Here we have a chance to make a difference in our community by voting independent. And a lot of people don't see it. They say you got to be a Democrat. You got to be a Republican. You got to be in the caucus with one of the parties. Why not caucus with the community, with the people that you represent? We go out during election time, we make the candidates first. And then when they get elected, they make us last. And the Bible says the first shall be last, and the last shall be first. I'm Preston Brown, running for the 16th District, and I have another appointment in Hopewell. Thank you for listening to me. I'll leave some cards here, my number is on it. And free at last, free at last. Thank Richmond, Virginia, we're going to be free at last.